Hi, I'm Bailey Thomas, and this is me under the hockey mask.
Hi, I'm Chantelle, and this is Behind the Athletic Mask.
I'm with Bailey Thomas, Blackburn Hawks number 44. Introduce yourself a little bit, Bailey. How old are you? Where are you from? What position do you play?
Yeah, 15, almost 16, turned 16 on Monday, and I play defence, just like my dad, and yeah, from Stockport, Manchester.
You're not going to be used to the limelight yet, are you? So
Yeah,
we'll ease you into it.
yeah, yeah, that's the main thing.
I think we should probably start with, how did you find yourself into hockey?
I think just growing up watching my dad play, I enjoyed it, and from getting to learn how to skate, it was just I loved it all, and now I'm here.
How old was you when you started skating? Because I don't think I fall over the second I step on the ice. So
Yeah, yeah, I was probably about 6 when I started learning to skate. Yeah, my dad took me to public skate sessions, and I learnt there. And then maybe about 7 or 8, I started playing for the Manchester Academy, and learning how to actually play the basics there. And then yeah, so I've been at Manchester since 7, and then yeah, now I'm here at Blackburn.
So you've come from a sporty family then?
Yeah.
Is it all just been ice hockey, or is it like been football, other sports?
Yeah, my family's very big in football. We love Manchester City very a lot, and
Oh, we
very a
won't
lot.
get along with that.
No, I'll do that one again. Yeah, so my family loves football. Manchester City is our club, so yeah, just being around that club is very important to my family.
I'm a United fan, but City Women was actually
Ooh.
the first actual match I actually went and
Yeah,
watched.
yeah,
City, I think it was actually the derby, actually, the women's
yeah,
derby.
yeah. I saw something on social media the other day that they're playing Spurs tomorrow, the City women's, and it looks good. They're doing well, the women's football at the moment.
I've stopped taking an interest in
Oh.
football at the minute. I keep up to date with some of it,
Yeah,
but I can hold a conversation with you.
yeah,
But
yeah. Just the
football,
basics.
yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I used to be massively into football up until this year.
Yeah.
And then seeing that you've done a bit of travelling as well, what places have you been to? I've seen Portugal and America.
Yeah.
Is there any more?
So yeah, they were family trips. I've also been on trips with GB, and then GB selects teams as well. So I've been to Finland, Slovakia, Latvia, all them Scandinavian countries, and the east side of Europe, which take hockey into like a whole different level, and the way they play is just unbelievable. When we went over there with the elite British selects camp, we had a coach who was from that country, so it's he was telling us about the teams and how good they were going to be, and we went the whole tournament undefeated. But it was kind of just games around the country, but yeah, it was just, and when we beat the bigger teams, it just felt so. We were also happy that we'd beat it. It felt like we'd won something massive. But yeah, we had a load of fun, and it's just so good to go out there to different countries, see how they play, and yeah, it's just unbelievable.
What's the best part about travelling?
Seeing
the new places?
Yeah, seeing new places, and then also just being with your mates and being in that environment with your mates, and it's just so good to be with them and having a good time. Winning makes it a lot better as well.
What's your favourite place that you've been to?
Portugal was very hot. I really like that, but I don't think there was a single ice rink there.
Get a nice tan though.
Yeah. America was unbelievable. We went and watched Tampa Bay play against Florida Panthers. That was a really good game. And little did we know that they went on to win the Stanley Cup as well. So it was really good to see an actual Stanley Cup winning team play. And yeah, so I'd probably say America because of how big it is, and everything over there is just so much different to how it is over here. So yeah.
Any places on the roster for coming up, or is it all just you're looking at hockey?
Yeah, definitely Canada is a big one I'd love to go to. I love winter countries, so Canada and proper northern countries.
Northern Lights.
Yeah, places like that. Like Finland was snowy. It was cold. I prefer cold holidays to hot holidays, but
Really?
yeah,
You should stay over it.
yeah. My family don't really agree with me, but yeah, I just love to go. Like the idea of sledging, snowboarding, skiing, all that stuff. I just love it. We've been on a couple skiing trips with my family. So yeah, I just prefer them.
I've been sat on a sledge before. I went down a hill and toppled straight over. Pretty much rolled half of it, then I did slide it.
Yeah.
Have you had any instances like that?
No, there's a massive hill though around the corner from my house at Bramwell Park, and it's just so steep. And the one time it snowed, we instantly just thought we've got to go there, go down the hill, and you could go so fast. But the only problem was there was a massive puddle at the bottom of the hill, so we'd land in that. We got so cold, but it's just the memories that you get from it. Like it's just so fun, and yeah, that's why I probably prefer them.
What's your favourite holiday memory, like Christmas, Halloween?
I'd say Christmas is probably my best holiday. Yeah, I've been skiing a couple of times with Josh and my family. We've just gone away together. So we went to Teens, so the southern part of France. We drove there, which was a good journey, a long journey. I think it was 14 hours. So we took the Eurotunnel, and then we hired a villa place out there that we stayed in. And then we just went down the slopes every day, and that's just the best bit. It's just
living your dream life doing that.
Yeah, and with hockey as well, it's so similar to skating. It's just you can go on the ice to then actually being on the slopes, and it's just so similar.
So the cold really doesn't faze you then?
No, never will.
Manchester warmed you up to it.
Yeah.
Well, not warmed you up.
Rainy weather.
Yeah, got you used to it all. I've always been curious with like what's people's everyday life, especially when playing at like this level kind of thing. So you're year 11 still, aren't you?
Yes.
So how do you like juggle it all?
Yeah, I've just had my parents' evening. I just drove from here, so that went pretty. It went pretty well. Couple classes that I could work on, but yeah, it is hard getting it all in, and with school revising, so obviously it's a big year coming up.
Yeah.
GCSE year, yeah, and hockey as well. Keeping fit, it is so hard just to keep up with it all. But yeah, I'll just keep fighting through it, and hopefully I'll benefit from getting my GCSEs and also.
How does your typical day look though? Like, is it a long kind
of day? It is very long. So sometimes I go in the gym at school. Sometimes I'll go in the home gym. So I'll wake up, go in there, some stretches, keeping benching, squatting, stuff like that, and then that'll be about 5 to 6 ish. So then I've got enough time to have a nice breakfast, cook a nice breakfast, eggs on toast or other sorts of meals, and then I'd get ready for school. I'd leave about 8 o'clock, go to school, go through the day with all the teachers, and then yeah, I'd get home for about 4 ish. I'd try to get some revising done, all my homework, just so it's out the way and I don't have to think about it last minute. And then I'll have fun on Xbox till about 10 o'clock unless I've got training.
That sounds alright.
Yeah.
Completely different there with the homeworks. I left it all till last minute.
Yeah.
But my second high school, we didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I left it last minute.
Yeah. Two different types of people. Some people get it done. Some people wait till the last second.
I have it all planned. I'm like, I'm going to do it the second I get back.
Yeah.
Goes out the window.
I know, it just doesn't happen.
No. I get distracted.
Yeah.
The day before, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll do that now.
Yeah.
Usually in the morning off as well sometimes.
Yep. I've been caught once doing that. I did it in form and my head of year walked in.
I've done it 10 minutes before a lesson, so.
As long as it's done. The teachers don't know when you've done it.
Yeah, exactly. So I see that you're really close to Josh Crawley through training and stuff like that. Is that a bond that started here or before and carried over?
Yeah, that bond's been since we were so little. Obviously, our dads were best mates from growing up. Nick actually brought my dad into roller hockey, and then Nick's played for the Storm, and then my dad started playing ice hockey and played for Steelers as well. And then obviously they've had kids, and then we've just kind of kept that relationship going since we were very little. And then Josh was obviously older than me, so he started hockey before me. And then we just kind of moved on from there, and we've just been best mates ever since.
So has Josh been giving you a bit more of like an insight of what it's like playing, or has
Yeah.
he been helping you get ready towards it?
So last season was his first season, and everything I heard about Blackburn was just fab. It's just the fans, everyone, the inside group of everyone who helps out. It just seemed like a really nice place to be welcomed into and to play at. So yeah, just hearing everything about it just wanted me to play for this club even more. But yeah.
So would it make your debut like more special knowing that you've got a good net of people around you helping you?
Yeah, and obviously I've missed the first start of the season, so I've got to know everyone. The relationships and the environment in the change rooms definitely grew, and confidence on the ice is I can feel it getting a bit better each week. But yeah, I'm just happy that it's not like I'm sat in the corner being quiet. I've been welcomed in by all the players and the coaches, Dom, all. Yeah, it's just been amazing.
It sounds like from other people as well that it's your confidence as well that has been shown towards other people that you've grew with your confidence side. Can you feel like yourself? Because maybe sometimes you can look back and be like how like shy and like.
Yeah. From my dad, I was speaking to him, what's the best things to do when you join a new club? And he said confidence is key. And I've been bantering with the lads, sending them videos and stuff, and Instagram, WhatsApp, I've been messaging them, and yeah, just the way they treat me, I'm a bit younger than them, but they still treat me as an adult, and yeah, they're all amazing, and how they treat me is just so good.
Who would you say you're closer to besides Josh? Because we know
Yep.
that's since you was kids.
Yep.
So who else would you say you was closer to?
Well, obviously me and Liam were at Manchester as well. So we played a lot together, D partners at Manchester. But then I think Bobby Streetley, he's been how we've got on and how he's a defenseman as well. We've been joking about all the other players and stuff like that, and yeah, I think the way he's welcomed me in as well, especially. I just think he's fun, and we can have a laugh together.
So if it wasn't ice hockey that you was into, what would you be doing? Would it be another sport or?
I've always thought about this question. Like, if it wasn't hockey, I don't know what sport it'd be. It probably would be football.
What position?
I don't know.
I started in keeper,
Yeah.
and then I ended up as a left winger before I quit.
My dad used to play football when he was little, so he used to be in net. So then I got suggested to go in net, but I've been selected to go on the school football team only because of my size. I've never played football, but they're just like, "Oh, you can play this game. We'd like you to play," and they just stick me at back, and then I'll just
usually
do
the
my
tallest
job.
ones are at back.
Yep.
Can defend very well.
Like, I don't have a clue what to do. I just get the ball and then I'll just boot it down the other side.
Tends to be the best way,
Yep.
especially as a defender.
Yeah.
Play it as clear as possible. So, what player are we to expect from you on the ice? Fighter, getting in there.
Well,
I've
heard the rules on fighting at my age. I don't want to get any game bans, but I'm definitely a stay-at-home defenseman. I know players like Liam; they're quite offensive, and they'll go skate down with the puck and try create that force on the other team. And but if one defensive player is doing that, then another's definitely got to stay back.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely the role that would stay back, and yeah, I've just kept it like that, nice and simple, and then I'm ready for whenever if something happens in the other zone, then I'll be ready for the back check and how they come up.
You seem like quite a prepared and like structured person. Is that something you've gained from sports? Because I know sometimes it can be from sports, and when you lose that sport, you sort of. I lost the structure from playing sports to not playing anymore. Is that how's?
Yeah, just practicing over and over again creates confidence, and confidence is the most important thing. If you want to play hockey, you've got to do what the first thought that comes to your head, if it's right. So just building that confidence and practicing stuff over and over again, creating a program in your head, then you'll just be confident when you go out there into a game. So yeah, it's just being prepared. Obviously, this is a big jump from a academy youth team, and to play for a senior league, senior team. It's just playing against other adults as well. It's a big jump, so I've definitely got to be ready for that and be ready for when I step out on the ice.
So with the nerves and anxiety, or like just like a bit of like hesitation kind of thing, what do you do to like? Do you have a comfort thing to do? Because I know myself, I go out driving. The
Yeah.
drive beforehand.
Yeah.
But I know you're 15, but is there anything else that you can?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of music. I think music's the thing that I like the most.
What type of music?
I
What's your
don't
last played song?
actually know. I think it'd probably be something like walking on the way to school. I do quite like. I'd say my taste is quite indie music, so it's kind of like Oasis, bands like that. But I don't know what my last played song would be.
Have a check if you want. Have a look. Music says a lot about a person.
Yeah,
so
it does. Let's have a look.
There's one band that I got into as well at the end of last year actually. They're called The Academic, and they're more of like an indie rock kind of vibe. So
my last played song was "I Can't Stand It" by the Blossoms.
never heard of that.
The Blossoms are from Stockport, so where I'm
Right.
from. I see them at City sometimes, and just where they're from and their music they produce is just I like their taste. Then also like the Smiths and stuff, bands like them who are kind of chill kind of music. It's hard to put a category on it, but yeah.
I feel like they're bands I probably should know, but I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, well they are.
Heard of the Smiths, but not the Blossoms.
Yeah, they're quite big. It's like a Manchester band. So just they're getting bigger, I'd say. Obviously, I knew a couple of their songs, but obviously, proper getting into music, you open a whole new world to different music and you've never heard of. You might have knew the name, but you've never properly listened to it.
Like when you go to like see like concerts and like you see their opening band, you're like, their music's quite alright, and then you end up finding them, and then you end up in a whole different dimension of music.
Yeah. Well, I've been to one concert. It was a rip-off Oasis band that were just playing. And my uncle is a big in radio, so he's interviewed some of the Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher, and he's so big into music. Like whenever I go round to his house, he's got records on the walls and stuff. And I'm sure if I spoke to him, I'd find so many more bands, singers who would be my type of music that I'd love to listen to.
So it's like the old type of music then,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Not into the new stuff like Central C or anything.
Yeah, no, not really. I quite like I forgot the name now. Yeah, but it's quite like 80s kind of 2000s. I quite like that type of style.
Type of music, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like I listen to music before a game, after a game if I'm in a car, driving on the way to training. I'll always have some sort of music on.
Are you the one that's always got your phone connected to the car then?
Well, my dad doesn't let me, so I'll just have to stick my AirPods in and shut up and sit there for the whole journey. Yeah.
But the music is such a wide taste. Like Eminem, do you listen to Eminem or?
My little stepbrother, who's 7, he can sing Rap God.
Even the fast part.
Well, he tries to keep up with it. It's pretty funny, to be honest, but he loves Eminem. There's some songs that I listen to. I guess it's just a mixed choice of what I like, and it's just different days can depend what songs I want to listen to. So yeah.
What's the typical song then before a game that you listen to hype yourself up, and then the game to bring yourself back down?
yeah, definitely like upbeating songs. So not like a sad song, but just
Well, if
songs
you
that
say upbeat song and then you put on a sad song, I'd be a bit.
yeah. Well,
Got different upbeat ideas.
yeah, definitely one that's quite fast and just kind of gets me energetic, and it can get me ready for a game and happy, and then I'm ready to go out there and play.
What's your favourite song at the minute?
I don't know. I'd have to have a look. I just, I
Go through phases of like I like that
yeah.
song, and then at the point it's like I'm over it.
I'd say
I
"Way
have
to Go" by Empire of the Sun.
Never heard of
I
that.
really like that song, and that's like the type of song I'd listen to before a game, and it just gets me ready. And I listen to that getting ready or just chilling. It's just one in between chilling and you could do it before a game, but yeah, definitely that song.
That one that you've got on replay, then repeat
Yeah.
it all the time.
Well, I try to keep it on the low because if I play it too much, then I won't like it as much. But yeah.
Blame It On Me by George Ezra.
Oh yeah,
Ezra.
I do know that one.
I've heard that one over the weekend and I completely forgot about it, and that has not stopped playing in my car since. Literally listening to it on the way up.
There's definitely like songs I'll get and I'll just keep it on replay, but I try not to do that now because I'll just forget about it in a couple of weeks, and then
Best part is putting a song on your playlist, forgetting it's there, and then it comes on.
yeah,
and, you're like,
and you just get like, oh, I forgot about that, and then you play it again.
You're just constantly going back and back,
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
Right, new one now. It's one last one. What drives you for more?
I think just the enjoyment for the sport, and just from what my family and what this sport means to them, just to keep it going and making sure it's at a good level constantly. It's just how it makes me feel when I step out on the ice. It's just that's the main thing that I want to be doing. But yeah, that's just the main thing that keeps me driving. It's just the enjoyment of hockey.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Bailey.
No worries,
It's been
thank you.
amazing. Thank you.